Nation.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Steve Loper here with the Heavy Hitter Podcast. We are back in normal form. 10 days of vacation. We tried to do podcasts from the road. A little tougher than we expected, but we are back. Say what's up, Josh.
What's up?
That's it. Just a what's up.
You said say what's up. What's up, Pro Pig? I know they can't see. Dude, I had so much dust on these you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, you had to clean off the old headphones and the mic.
You got it.
Yeah. Well, we're back, man. Tonight we got two topics, just being back from vacation, one of them, and the other one, it's not about creating, it's not about finding yourself, it's about creating yourself. And that's a different twist. You texted me that topic, and I was like, you know what, that kind of makes a lot of sense. And I feel like that's what that trip was kind of about. It's not finding yourself, it's kind of like creating it and manifesting, something for my kids, really, versus myself, but creating it for them, giving them the opportunity. But we'll get into that. How the heck you been, pal?
I've been real good, man. I've been good.
Good. I see you got the Suds jacket on tonight.
I do, dude. It's I'm in my basement. It's been freaking gorgeous here since the 4th of July. 4th of July was real rainy, but ever since then it's just been like 90 and hot. And, for like a tater tot hot dish, white marshmallow looking boy that sounds like he's from Canada. It's that's pretty hot, dude.
Yeah.
So but it's been gorgeous. I love it. Ever since we had 22 inches of snow, like in whenever that was, May, or I love it. And I'm just enjoying every minute of it. Love the sunshine. So how the hell have you been, dude? I almost forgot what you look like. I was wondering if I should ask from like my leather jacket back and give you your hair dryer back. Like I thought it was gonna be like one of those like high school breakups, dude. Like
it's not that serious, bro.
I thought you found someone new.
It was just vacation. Vacation, it's hard on him, brother.
It is.
It was a lot of travel, man. It was a lot of time, with the fam. But we got home and we're like, I don't know if you saw my Instagram yesterday, but eating dinner again today. Like, they're my favorite people in the world. So, I mean, it was a lot. I was tired from all the traveling and stuff, but, it's good to be home.
Ice cream every day, right?
Oh, yeah, pretty much, yeah.
So let me ask you this. I mean, I know, you love your family dearly. They're awesome. I can tell from your Instagram stories, like, they're the shit.
Yeah.
But is 10 days vacation too long?
No, I could have done another 10.
You could have done another 10.
Swear to God, we could have went from New Haven, Connecticut, went down into New York, spent 3 days in New York or something, and went out and checked out something else. I'd have totally been up for it. We could do a month, I bet, on the road like that.
Cool, man. I just asked because I've never been on a 10-day vacation. I don't think I've been on anything longer than a 5-day vacation.
Yeah.
And like, 5 days, 4 days in Vegas or whatever, it gets to be a little bit much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I don't know.
When you're switching up the scene every day or every other day, I mean, you're going from one landscape to the next too. Like, we're going from the coast, and like the coast up there is not like the coast in North Carolina where it's all sand. This is like rocks and the water's freezing and there's mountains on the coast. It's like, where the hell am I? And then, say you leave Bar Harbor and you head to New Hampshire where you're in the mountains, you're landlocked, and there's not shit around. Like, everything closed at like 8, 9 o'clock. It was just crazy.
Is New Hampshire where that like Omni Hotel was?
Yeah.
Where you were staying? Okay.
Yeah. Then we went from there to Burlington, Vermont, which was really sweet. That was on the water. Like, we got to watch fireworks 4th of July over Lake Champlain and had the Adirondack Mountains off in the distance. That was freaking sweet. Then we went to Yale in New Haven, Connecticut, stayed there for a night, and then we went through Rhode Island, Newport, Rhode Island. It's like a coastal community, really beachy place. A whole lot of money around there. That place is really nice. And then ended up in Boston for the last 2 nights and just killed it. I was trying to call you and stuff, but by 10 o'clock at night, I was like, I was cutting and sawing.
Well, that's how it is most nights when you're in North Carolina. So
yeah, for real,
dude. I think it's awesome that you're showing your kids like the world and the world of opportunities. I will say, and I hope you reflect back on this, I'm gonna pontificate like one of our influencers might say that I think by doing that, one of your kids is gonna end up going to like Yale someday, or see those East Coast schools, and they're gonna leave dad in North Carolina. I'm just saying.
I'll say peace out to him. You know,
You,
I'm up there in Bar Harbor, like thinking to myself, if I'd have just known what Bar Harbor was as a kid, like if I would have made if I would have got to have gone and made some type of memories, maybe when I was in college, I would have said, "Hey, I'm going to go work the summer in Bar Harbor." I just didn't know. I didn't even know. Like, sure, I've seen it in a magazine, or I've seen it like
I haven't. You've seen Bar Harbor in a magazine?
I haven't even seen it in a magazine, but I've heard of it or something. But that was
I,
it. You
I
know, like
haven't. I
I
haven't.
I would have loved to have went to a place like that, not even Bar Harbor, but another like
Right. No, I got you.
Portland, 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 Maine, little coastal community city. It was awesome, but I could have worked the summertime up there.
Why are there not programs like that? I feel like small business owners should get together and provide those kind of opportunities for like high school kids to like, hey, come to Bar Harbor for the
Uh,
summer and see what.
I don't know, but nobody else is providing that opportunity. Nobody provided it to me. So damn it, this is like one of those things. I'm going to provide it to my kids. I'm showing them this, and I'm putting the idea in their head, like, oh, if I was in college, I would have loved to come and work summer up here. This is what you should do. You should apply to this school up here, Lily.
Right.
Like freaking
Right.
go, enjoy it.
Right. Or there's life outside North Carolina,
Yes, absolutely.
right?
Yeah, I did not know that, man. I vacationed to the beach and back, to the beach and back, to the beach and back,
To
beach
the
back.
outer bank.
No, like Myrtle Beach.
Hey, I still have not been in Myrtle Beach. Love to go.
You ain't missing nothing, bro. Don't go.
Ye-
There's
Oh,
plenty of
really?
other beaches to go to. Yeah,
Okay.
Myrtle Beach is Myrtle Beach, man.
Myrtle Beach. Never
Myrtle Beach.
been.
It's redneck Riviera.
What do you think the best beach is that you've been to?
Probably something down in Florida. St. George Island's really good. I've heard really good things about uh what is it? Starts with a D down in Florida. Not Dayton.
The Samsonite.
No, definitely not Samsonite.
I
I
was
don't
way
know.
off.
I loved Ocracoke this past summer when we were there. That's North Carolina.
I Siesta Key is pretty cool. I only was there for like 2 hours, but
what is that beach in?
Siesta Key. I still think St. Pete's Beach is cool, dude. Any place that has like sunshine 361 days a year, dude, is all right in my book.
Look it up right quick.
I love beaches though.
I do.
Life is a beach. I'm just playing in the sand, dude.
I know.
You know, so the thing is, I mean, I think it's very cool to show our kids like there's an outside world from obviously Minnesota, North Carolina, all that kind of shit. But the thing is if they go to college, they're paying out of state tuition, right?
Destin, Florida. Destin. Or no, it's not even.
Destin.
It is Florida. Okay, yeah, Destin. No?
What? Hold
Yeah,
up.
it is Florida. It is Florida.
Hold up. Wait.
Heard really good
Des-
things about that place. So
Destin,
I'll put that on.
Florida. Destin, Florida. So, dude, you're saying like North Carolina, like I don't know, ain't shit. Which obviously we're not going to get the North Carolina Tourism Committee to sponsor this podcast. But I was thinking about taking a trip to see you because like tickets to North Carolina are only $145 round trip.
You should do it, man. Find out when the Wiz is coming.
Well, August 12th. Shout out, what up, DJ Bonix?
Book it.
Boom, book it.
Book it.
But
Swing
no,
it on.
but now you're saying like North Carolina ain't shit. I'm like,
Well, North, it's just all I've ever known. I was born and raised.
I know.
You know, it's the only state I've
I
ever
know.
lived
I'm
in.
I'm just messing with you, dude.
You know, getting out 2 years ago, we went out west. This time we went up to New England. Like now I'm thinking about like what the hell is gonna happen when I go to Montana. Like I'm gonna fall in love with Montana. I know I am.
Have you ever been there?
No,
I've never
cannot
been there either.
can't wait to go though. Cannot wait.
When are you
Oh,
guys going there?
probably in a few years, like 2 more years. Every 2 years we plan on taking these big vacations. I know Hawaii's on the map, Alaska's on the map.
Have you ever been
And
to Hawaii?
no, never have.
No, I haven't either.
We're talking about maybe an anniversary trip, take the kids or something like that. But for the price we paid for this 10-day vacation, we could have went to Hawaii, I think.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was expensive.
Well, and that's the thing. So do you do a trip like you guys did, or do you do like an all inclusive to like Mexico or something like that?
Do a trip,
Nah.
do a trip like we did.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the way to do it. What, you can't show YouTube the beef jerky?
I've just been it over, man. It's Candy Grizzly Green. It's a bad habit. I picked it back up somehow. Text me, talk to me back out of it, do something.
When it's only $3 in North Carolina, I mean, it's like
It's not even
it's like
$3 anymore.
not,
Like 276 can or something like that.
dude. It's like $7.50, I think here.
Stupid. I
It's
should start
insane,
sending them up to you. Start selling for $5 a pop.
dude. Let's do it.
I think that's like trafficking or something like that.
Mm.
That's your
Yeah,
idea.
the ATF might have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
But vacation was the shit though, man. It was absolutely 100% fantastic. I have zero complaints. I know I complain a lot about the kids whining and stuff. That's just heat of the moment type stuff whenever it gets to you. But looking back at it, like I love them more than I loved them before we left for the vacation. Like our relationships just got stronger and better and grew. And I learned things about my kids. Like Kirti kept saying, traveling makes you smarter. And I come to realize that it does. You learn little stupid oddball things about cabs. You learn about this town. You learn about, the opportunity. If you would have known this place when you were younger, maybe you could have ended up there. Like I love Portland, Maine. Like who to thunk it? Like our we really did have sort of like a discussion about like what would happen if we rented our house for 2 years and moved up there, tried out 2 winters. Like it wouldn't kill anything. Like we could always have our home back here and move back down, and the kids would be in 8th and 6th grade. Like what do you freaking do? Like they still have all their friends here. I mean,
Yeah,
I
right.
don't know.
Well, and that's what I've kind of talked to my wife about, put in her ear a couple times, is like vacation's cool and all that, but it's like I want to go somewhere and actually get like immersed in the culture. I was like, like where could we go and like spend the summer in like North Carolina, spend the summer at Bar Harbor, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I don't want to just be like a tourist and I want to actually like immerse myself in
I think
wherever it is in Croatia, for 3 months.
I think the word you're looking for is immerse.
Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I? Yeah. My bad, dude.
I don't know where you're gonna go immerse yourself at, but
I'm gonna
you can
merge.
immerse yourself.
I'm gonna merge myself underwater.
Yeah. I've got some friends, man. They both are lucky enough to work from home, and they can basically do their jobs from anywhere. And last summer they went to Key West. This summer they're
Ooh,
back in Key West, and they put their kids in these cool ass summer camps that are like out on the water doing stuff. He drags his boat down there. They rent a place for the entire summer. Just the pictures he sends are just that crystal clear water, the shallow stuff. He's always fishing. I don't know when he's working, but he says he does.
that's sick,
It's a
dude.
sweet gig.
What does he do for work then?
Like IT stuff where you set up your computers and they just code and stuff like that, I guess. I don't know.
Just hack people's shit.
Yeah. He buys and sells boats. So he like bought one for 5,000, sold it for 7, bought one for 6 and sold it for 9, bought one for 8 and sold it for 12. And then he just keeps working up. Now he's got some fat ass boat.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool, dude.
Proud of the guy. Tommy, it's a shout out to you, buddy. Tommy Bowden.
He probably hates the show though.
He probably loves the show. Thinks
He
about
hates it.
these assholes, like how much better of a podcast he could put on than us.
Probably.
It's probably what everybody thinks. I have a feeling,
The motorboating podcast.
but guess what, Tommy? You can hate on this podcast all you want because you're not doing one yourself because you're lazy. And
Tommy.
all you other haters out there don't like the podcast. We don't care because you're too lazy to start one yourself. If you think you're doing better than us, bring it on.
Oh shit. Now we're just going to the bottom.
Which
We've started from the bottom. Now we're here at the bottom.
Started from the bottom. Now we're 500 downloads in.
Dude, I want to know. I'm not gonna swear, but Anchor, like, what the Anchor? Like, you have all these. I've been listening to some podcasts on Anchor. You have like all these podcasts on Anchor that are like on the rise, this, that, and the other. Like, check this shit out. It's like, how do we become part of that? You know what I mean?
Oh, you mean like trending or something like that on Anchor?
Yeah, I don't know if it's called trending, but it's like, yeah, it's like on the rise. I don't know. There's
Yeah. Research it, man.
Yeah, it's called On the Rise or Discover Something New. Uh yeah, I don't know. Anyways,
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really searching for new podcasts out there. I don't come across that stuff. I upload it to Anchor. I see our Anchor page. I look at our stats and I dip. You know,
it,
that's
it,
not a huge endorsement for Anchor, but that's what I do. You know, we are on Spotify now.
what are we really?
Yeah, yeah. They added Spotify to their list of available places to listen to podcasts. So
Cool.
got that update like yesterday, I think it was.
Cool, dude. We're just having a good time, dude. I don't Spotify, Jotify, Anchor, Schmaker, who
Emergify.
Emergify, who gives a shit?
Yep.
Green Jacket, whatever. So, dude, where I just feel like we're just like all out of sorts. I mean, where do we go from here?
Uh, how's that saying go? That see that mountain over there?
All the way up.
All the way up. That's it.
All the way up.
I don't know, man. We just go. We just keep on. We get back into our rhythm. You know, we took a little hiatus. We did the phone things. I think those ended up turning out pretty well. You know, Anchor, I can for the listeners out there, whenever I was traveling, we would pick up the phone and you can use Anchor and you can call. And so I would call Josh on the Anchor app. And as soon as he picked up, it would start recording. And that's how we recorded our podcast. So you didn't have any intros or outros or anything really. It was just our phone conversation basically recorded, and I could title it as a podcast, and that's what we did. So that's why those were like 10 and 15 minutes long or so. But it was a neat
Pretty
little
cool.
thing for the road. Yeah. You know,
We should do more of that.
yeah, we'll definitely do that in
Just
the future.
just mix it up.
Yeah. Um, what was the other topic? It was not about finding yourself. Life isn't about finding yourself. It's about creating yourself. Like, where did you get that from? And what sort of made you type it up and send it to me for an idea?
Great question, my friend. It's something that has been on my mind for a while ever since I read this book. I think I've mentioned it a couple times actually on the podcast. Straight Line Leadership by
Yeah.
I'm gonna screw up his name, Dusan Junkin. We need to get you a copy of that book. It talks about that in the book about like just exactly that. Like you basically like you've got your ego and you've got this story that you tell yourself and you kind of like bring up the past and you remind yourself of like I don't know of maybe like who you are, your past failures or your whatever. Um but then it was so weird, dude. I saw that quote on a bag at the gym last week. And I saw it a couple times. I saw the lady walk. I was on the bike because when I get to the gym, I like to grab a couple of those disinfectant wipes and wipe down the bike. I like to start off and do 10 miles on the bike. And I saw this lady walk in and I was like, holy shit. I see her because I'm up on the second level. I see her check in and walk through. It says, life isn't about finding yourself, it's about creating yourself. And I felt like that was for me because it's been on my mind for a long time. And especially lately because I find myself, if I'm being completely transparent, just a little frustrated lately about just still trying to find myself, you know?
Yeah.
And I saw that and I was like, it was just like one of those slaps in the face, like life is about creating yourself. And then I saw her again. She was going to yoga, of course, because to no, I was gonna say to believe in that you got to be like a yogi, but I'm just totally like shitting with everybody. But it's good, man.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
I
I don't know that I'd ever come across it until you texted it to me, and I was like, "Yeah, I think maybe I had heard it before." But whenever I saw it, and I was reading through the list that you had sent, And that was the one that really stuck out, especially after that trip. Like I had said, it's like, everybody had, what you had always heard was it's about finding yourself, go find yourself. Like, I'll spend the summer, and travel and go find yourself. Well, not really. It's like that's you going and creating yourself, like doing shit that you want to do that makes you happy, and building up the person that you want to be. That's, you're not finding the person you want to be. Go be the person you want to be. Just go do that. And that's, more in line with creating yourself versus finding yourself, I felt like.
Right. Well, and that kind of goes with something I came across at this like real estate seminar coaching session probably a year ago. There's like this thing called like, have you ever heard of it? It's called be, have, do.
No.
And this just came out of nowhere. And this is probably, I was gonna say probably for me more than anyone, because it's probably not gonna make a whole lot of sense. But I hope it helps out fucking heavy hitter nation. I was trying not to swear, but a lot of us, it's like the exact opposite of be, have, do. It's like, I'm gonna screw this up on the spot, but it's like it should be like, okay, if I do this, if I create this, I'll have this, and then I'll no. Scratch that, edit that shit.
Yep, we're gonna scratch that.
So most people, they say, okay, if I do this, I'll have that and I'll be this way. I'll be some like macho man. I'll be some, I like the glasses. I'll be some like suave. But it's like, if you just be the pro pig, the dog in his glasses, you're going to have that. You're going to do that. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
does that, I don't know. Maybe I've had too many vodkas. I don't know.
I was listening to my boy Valor the other day, and he talked about bravado. And it was just on a little anchor, or it was not on anchor, it was on a little Instagram deal that he was talking about it, but he was talking about bravado. And I've told you how like good these guys are at Valor Media. Like, and the dude seriously has like bravado. Like, it's weird. He's like a 23-year-old kid, and he doesn't care what he's wearing when he walks into a meeting, but you cannot deny his presence. And I just, it's crazy what the guy's got. It's like a talent, or I don't know what it is, but it's, the dude's got his bravado. It's just like a swagger, and he walks in there and he's totally 100% confident. You don't meet a more confident guy than this kid, and he walks in there and does his thing. It's I don't even know where I was going with that, but it's amazing what he does, man.
So, I mean, do you think that's something that comes natural to him, or is that?
From his story that I've kind of learned, he was like a class clown, back in high school. I don't think he went to college or anything like that. He started his own business off of a class project, and I think he's just built his confidence over the years. He's done some public speaking and stuff, so I think a lot of it's learned. But now he's one of those guys that are big into like surrounding yourself with positivity, and just doing shit that makes you happy, and not caring what other people think, and just having that self-confidence, that bravado. He knows he's got it. He goes out and gets these haircuts that are like, it's a normal haircut like mine on the top, but then he shaves his sides into like a V, and it's like skin tight, and he wears like, skull ring on this, and wears 2 or 3 necklaces, and his shirt's unbuttoned till about here, but the kid just doesn't care. But he knows his stuff so well that it doesn't matter what he looks like. Dude's good. And my boss today was talking about a dress code, and I go straight to thinking of Valor, because dude he don't need no dress code. Like, if you know your shit and you're comfortable, do you, bro. That's when you're gonna do your best work, is whenever you were just being you. And so I didn't really push back, because I'm on day like 10 after being on a 10-day vacation. So it's kind of like meh. But I did mention, like, you whenever you're being yourself, you're really doing your best work. But it wasn't the time nor place for me to get into that discussion. But I don't know if it's learned or what. He's got it, you know. And just by surrounding yourself, you're the average of the 5 people you hang around most. And that's somebody that I like to associate with, because I want some of that stuff to rub off on me, man. Because if I could walk in and try to sell advertising or have that confidence when I'm talking to my team at work, like that shit rubs off on people. You are
Right.
who you're hanging around, and if uh, those people that I'm working with that are going out selling stuff can vibe off the confidence that I have, more power to them. You know.
Well, and I mean, I imagine it's got to come from getting people results, right? Like, if you get people results, you get, yeah. I mean, if you're a personal trainer, right? You help someone lose 10 pounds, and then you help someone lose 20 pounds, and then you help someone lose 100 pounds. Like, you get people results. And the same thing could be in sales. Like, you get people results, your product like is the shit.
Yeah.
You can talk, you can pretty much do you.
Yeah. It's like
You can dress however you want.
I've been introduced in his company to some people that have taken advantage of it, and I've never had like an easier sell. And the reason I haven't had an easier sell is because I am so confident in his ability to show them success and do a good job for them, that even my initial call to the people saying, "Hey, that I think I have somebody I want you to meet that could really help you out with your social media," my conversation is a lot more comfortable and fluid, because I'm just so confident that if you would just let me sit down with you guys and introduce these Valor Media guys to you, that's all I got to do. Like, so it's just really easy for me to get that appointment set up, because I'm just that confident.
Right.
It's I'm not tiptoeing around saying, "Oh, I'd like to meet, do you have any time on Tuesday?" There's no dancing around. It's like, "Hey, I really want you to meet with me on Tuesday. I've got some time between 1 and 4, any time of work, but I've I know what you're struggling with on social media. I've got some guys that I just want you to hear out, because I know they'll close the deal. I I I just know it. I mean, they have that swagger, man. It's good.
Yeah, that's
I don't have
awesome, man.
any idea what this has to do with anything we're talking about, but
Yeah, dude, I don't know how we got to this point about, I mean, we're talking about finding yourself versus creating yourself, natural talent, I guess, but yeah, dude. Well, I mean, what else does that mean to you? Is there anything else that comes up?
finding yourself, creating yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess just I grew up with that mentality of finding yourself, and I think I'd like to instill my kids. It's about creating yourself. And the other day, Lily, my oldest, she said something about, or if we were listening to music, and she could name every country song, like every country artist, like, "Oh, who sings this?" She would say, "Oh, Blake Shelton." "Who sings this one?" "Oh, so and so," or so, and she just knew them all. And I was like, "Shit." I was like, "You should start singing. Your daddy loves singing. I love singing as a kid, and I still love singing." And she was like, "No, I don't like to sing." I was like, "Well, you could do something in radio. Like, you could be a producer. You could be a DJ. You could be your own morning show. You could do podcasting. You could do all this stuff." Like, I'm just trying to push her into things that you might not necessarily think of. Like, it's always doctor, it's teacher, it's lawyer, it's
Right.
psychologist. Nobody says DJ. Nobody says music producer. Nobody says that stuff. So I'm just trying to, if that's what you like, is it music that you like? Like, the sooner you figure it out, like what you want to do, and just start becoming a practitioner, even at 10 years old. Like, just go for it. Like, it's never too early to just try it out, dip your toe in it.
Right.
It's
Or, you know, I think she needs a website. Start reviewing country songs.
We had her website there for a little while. She was drawing, and art was a thing that we were doing. So I created a website called colorlily.com, and she would draw pictures, and we would put them up on black and white, and we basically made coloring pages that people could print off and color. And she ended up trying to make a coloring book. We made one coloring book for like this kid who had something was going on with the kid, and they revamped his room. But we made one coloring book and put it in the room with a pack of crayons or something like that. And but by then she was just way too young to really know what I was trying to help her do.
Yeah.
Um, and we've done candy stands. Right now she's writing a article on our vacation for the neighborhood newspaper. And the
Nice.
ladies, she was real impressed that a 10-year-old wanted to do that. As like 700 word like article for them. So that's pretty sweet.
That's cool.
She's a little doer, you know. She's smart as a whip. She's feisty, but I
How
want to.
how how old is she?
She's 10.
10?
Yeah, but I want her to have it all, you know. I don't want to like tonight we were debating. She's she does dance. She does Indian dance. She wants to try lacrosse and she's curious about softball. Well, Kirti says, "Well, babe, I don't know if she can do lacrosse. They only offer it in like 30 minutes away, and it's going to be on Saturdays, and she's got Indian dance on Saturdays." And well, I'm like, "Well, the girl wants to try it. You know, we gotta figure out a way to make it happen. You know, it's I don't want to deny my kids anything that they want to do. I want them to try everything. I don't want them to be able to say, well, I was too busy with dance. I was like, she's already in one dance. You know, does she have to be in both of those dances? Let her spread her wings and try something. But now we've got her. I think we're going to be able to figure it out to where she can do the Indian dance on Saturday and do the lacrosse stuff.
Nice.
Be a lot on us, but hell, I don't care. That's my life is them right now. You know.
Yeah. Dude, see, like, I can see the dance, the Indian dance. It makes you, like, really good on your feet. You're going to be a good lacrosse player. East Coast is really good at lacrosse. So she's probably going to go to Yale or Boston College. I'm just
Okay.
calling it. I'm calling it right now. She's going to play lacrosse.
That'd be the
I don't
bomb.
I could be wrong. She's
But
going to get a scholarship.
then we started talking softball because softball would be a lot easier. It's a lot closer than 30 minutes away. It's offered more than just on Saturdays. And I said, Daddy was a good baseball player, baby. It's in your blood, you know.
Don't take the easy way, though.
But I don't care which one
No,
she does. Like
I know. I'm just messing with you,
I
dude.
we went to a neighbor's, you know, Aaron that was on the podcast.
Aaron Hodges, what up, dog?
His daughter plays softball, and we went to see her game the other day, and it was awesome. Like I was sitting in there, I didn't, you know two teams from the other. I knew which one his daughter was on, so I was cheering. You know, just I got into it. I was, you know, hollering a little bit and getting a little rowdy. But the girls in the dugout were they were clapping and they were cheering their songs,
I
and
know.
I was
Yeah.
just like, holy shit, this is great thing for a kid to be involved in. I don't know if they're all like that, but it was really really good.
Yeah.
Oh, and too, the other day I texted I was on LinkedIn and this lady that I know via coaching soccer had posted a job about a video editor position at Citrix. And whenever I saw that, I came across I know Aaron's wife was a video editor. So I take a screenshot of it and I text it to Aaron and her and I say, "Hey, I know this lady. It sounds like something that Michelle might be interested in." So it was the very next day we had a swim meet. I'm up there at the announcer. Aaron, his wife, were there hanging out with me. My wife's there, and I got the little announcer area. Well, sure enough, the lady who posted that I'm friends with walks up. She's with the away swim team, and I'm like, oh, I was like, Michelle, that's the lady who posted that job yesterday. And she was like, oh, well, can you make an introduction? I was like, absolutely. Introduced them. She started today.
No way.
Yep, started today.
You're just a connector, dude.
You know, that's a sweet deal. And I told them, that, they were saying, thanks, she starts Monday in this. And I said, hey, I forget what I texted to them, but I was like, just trying to be the best neighbor ever, got to keep that village strong, like, cause they take care of my kids a lot. We have their kids over here a lot. We meet up at the pool, spend a lot of time together, but you want to keep the neighborhood employed and, everybody happy and healthy. So
For sure, dude. That's awesome, man.
yeah,
Super cool.
yeah, it works out. Well, that's that, man. Anything on your mind?
I thought is that it? We're just going to talk about vacation night and life is about creating yourself, not finding yourself. That
That's
was
it,
it?
man. Yeah, just
Which
keeping it
were,
short and sweet,
which were,
until we get
which,
back in the vibe.
which probably is like 40 minutes long at this point. But I guess, can we end with this? I do have a question for Hitter Nation. And I think you are probably freaking out right now. I don't think you'll like it.
It's for the people. It ain't for me, right?
Yeah, it's for you too, and the people. But I know we were kind of messing with the other night of I was messing around thinking about so I mean I'm exploring these podcasts on Anchor, which I'm not gonna effing mention them again unless they put us on to discover something new, Anchor, on the rise, Anchor. Like put us on. We got it. And So I'm listening to this stuff like there's a lot of these podcasts, dude, that a lot of them have these gimmicks. Sometimes I like gimmicks, sometimes I don't. But there's this financial podcast that is like, I'm just gonna make something up. We discuss car insurance by the time a bag of popcorn's done in the microwave. I mean, just something like kind of dorky, but kind of like okay. And then I found this other podcast last night, Guys with Fries. It's this gal. I don't know how old she is, but her whole thing is interviewing guys, single guys, while eating fries and talking to them about like relationships, love, and like like this technology era and like with Tinder and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's like something
You like the gimmicks.
I do and I don't. I mean, I don't know what our gimmick would be. Like, it's like, if it's something like where it's like, oh, Papa IPA with Josh and Steve. Like, by the time our beer's done, our podcast is done. Like, I'm just like, I'm trying to get into that like creative, like flow mentality, which I think a lot of us need to get. We need to get into that creation mode. Um, I don't know. And I guess that's my question for Hitter Nation. It's, do you like the gimmick of, like we discuss a topic by the time popcorn's done or by the time like you load the dishwasher or whatever, or by the time your coffee's done, or by the time you're done taking a shit? I don't know.
It's like we could have a gimmick of not having a single podcast that ever went over the 10-minute mark, and if it ever did, we would never record a podcast again.
Or donate to someone's
At at
charity.
at 10, you just X. And it just cuts out, leave you hanging, and we don't even revamp on it. We don't revisit it. I mean, but that's just like a gimmick thing, like. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
If we get any feedback, I'd be curious to hear. I haven't really thought about gimmicks. Gimmick is like a road circus word. It's like a used car salesman word, like gimmick. Like I don't associate any gimmick with anything positive. So,
Right. But I
but it
mean,
could be fun or something like that. I could add a sense of like something different, I guess. But
yeah. But then again, I mean, I'm using the word gimmick. I don't know if that's the right word. I mean, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. To some people, it's called a gimmick. To some people, I don't know. Like that's our theme, our calling card, our
we could
whatever.
start
Like,
telling people like if they listen to from episode 1 to episode 24, they will be smarter and they will make $50,000 more in the next year.
so
Somebody
that's
somebody might. Oh,
someone might.
but that's it's like a lot of those people like you'll find offering those master classes or whatever, like how to be you know s- a online marketing MLM guru and
Right, or
increase your
a real estate guru. So
yeah.
you're right. So it's not gimmick. That's not the right word.
That's a gimmick. Like, that's just getting
I
people to. It's like a
I'm
hook or a.
that is a gimmick and a hook. So I guess yeah, what I'm talking about, it's like the whole popcorn idea. It's just I don't know. I don't know.
Something playful. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I don't know either.
I don't know, but
Hitter
then
Nation, he's asked you guys a question.
I would love some feedback on it. Would love. I mean, we've got a few reviews on Anchor, which I really appreciate. I mean, we've got almost 500 plays. I appreciate all you guys. Like, there's probably not a day that has gone by in the last, let's say, 7 days where I'm like, who the hell would even want to listen to me on a podcast? And whether you listen for 5 seconds, 5 minutes, or 50 minutes, hey, that's precious time, and I appreciate the hell out of you. And like I said, I'm just chopping it up with my boy, having a hell of a good time. We've had some amazing guests, every single one of them. We're creating great relationships, and I think it's at least getting me to a place where just allowing me to flow and be more creative. And I sound like a fucking hippie, but hey, call it what you want. Call it a gimmick, whatever.
Next, we talked about Valor, Michael Valor. So I will reach out to him and get him to be on the podcast next week, so you can get a little taste of just just him, man. He's online. You can follow him on Instagram at Mind of Valor, and you'll just get to see the kind of crazy shit he posts and the way he does his Insta stories. And he's dude's good. But I'll definitely have him on. I'll try to set him up for the next time that we record, which should be in a couple days.
Cool, dude.
All
Cool.
right.
Well, it's good to be back in the studio, dude. Thanks so
Yeah.
much for your time, man. I know it's like 11 o'clock there.
Yeah, no worries at all, man. You guys listening, you can find us now on Spotify along with Apple iTunes, Pocket Cast, on Anchor, anywhere basically that you listen to podcasts, you can find the Heavy Hitter podcast. You won't find two better dudes working and hustling it out for you guys than Josh up in Minnesota and Steve down here in North Carolina. You can find me on Instagram or Twitter at Loperchaun. You can find my boy Josh up in Minnesota at Joshua Johnson MN.
On Twitter and
And
Selling Minnesota on Instagram.
there you go. I always get that backwards.
It's all
But
good.
you guys, thank you so much for your support. Any feedback, any comment, any like review that you leave is gold to us. That's what really keeps us going. We would appreciate to hear any of your feedback. And that is it from North Carolina.
Good night, Hitter Nation.
See you guys later.